Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom platform. It is Friday night exposure with the Exposer. I'm your host, Ajani the Exposer. As you guys know, I am live straight off the GOAT James Kingdom platform. If you're not a member or a subscriber to the platform, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the GOAT James Kingdom platform. As you guys know, we go live every Sunday noon to talk about the GOAT conversation and the greatest players to ever play the game. But tonight's show is the Friday night exposure with the Exposer. And you guys know I come directly live to you here because I am Ajani the Exposer. Thank you for joining me on our platform. You guys can also catch us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where this stream is actually going live on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that's already here to support the channel. Peace out to you, Chris. What's good, brother? So today, y'all, we're going to have another great show as we're going to discuss Michael Jordan's impact on the Charlotte Hornets after Terry Rozier talked about the difference between being a Charlotte Hornet and a Miami Heat. As you guys know, Miami Heat recently acquired Terry Rozier, and he is a part of the Heat culture now, and he had some words to say about what was going on in Charlotte while he was there. But thank you again for joining me. As you guys know, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We go live every week to talk basketball in the GOAT conversation. And today is another great day to do that. It is Friday night exposure with the Exposer. You guys know we have reached 75,000 members in our Facebook group. So shout out to everybody who's a subscriber to our channel and everybody who's also a part of our Facebook following in our Facebook group. Tonight's episode, like I said, is going to be about Terry Rozier and him saying some comments about Michael Jordan and not particularly Michael Jordan, but about Michael Jordan's culture that he was supposedly building in the Hornets organization. So we are going live on our other platforms as far as Facebook. So thanks again. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. It is the Friday night exposure with the Exposer. I am here to support you guys as usual. So let's go ahead and get to it, y'all. Thank you for joining me. We have some games going on tonight. I just want you guys to know about some games going on. We have 9 games playing right now. My Heat just went on a run up against Washington. We're up 87-77. In that matchup, we got the Clippers going up against Detroit. We have the Kings and the Pacers going up against each other. Phoenix is at Atlanta tonight. New Orleans is at San Antonio. Charlotte Hornets tonight are going up against the Thunder and getting blown out by the Thunder. We have the Orlando Magic playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. The Warriors are at play against the Memphis Grizzlies. And then later on tonight, we have the Trailblazers versus the Nuggets. But right now, the Rockets are also playing against the Raptors as they are up against the Raptors. So that's the slate of games going on tonight. Thank you for joining me if you're not watching those games. And if you're watching those games and watching me, I appreciate it. I am Ajani the Exposer. This is Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. So today's episode, like I said, we're going to discuss, Michael Jordan's tenure as an executive of the Charlotte Hornets. As you guys know, Terry Rozier recently came to the Miami Heat, and he had some things to say about the difference between being a Heat player and being on the Hornets. All right? And this is his quote when they asked him what was the difference. He says, "It's total opposite. In Charlotte, you're kind of used to losing. It's in the DNA. And it sucks to say that because how much of a competitor I am," he told the reporters, and that was the end quote. Then he continues to say, but over here, it's the total opposite. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody's fine with it. And he was talking about the actual Heat culture. All right? So what was Terry Rozier talking about when he said there's a losing DNA in Charlotte Hornets with Michael Jordan at the helm? He is the top dog over there. If Michael Jordan was making the dynasty of the 90s Bulls, why can't he make a playoff team of the Charlotte Hornets? I mean, this guy literally had 10 years since they were in Charlotte, since he's been the owner, the majority owner. He's been in charge of everything. And they have not contributed anything as far as winning-wise. Where's this thing where Michael Jordan makes players better? How come he only makes the players better that were on the Chicago Bulls? No one else. He couldn't do it on Washington. Remember, he got fired in Washington. They actually voted Michael Jordan off the whole team. They said, we don't want him on the roster. We don't want him in the offices. The players basically told the owners, let's get rid of Michael Jordan. They gave Michael Jordan a check and sent them out the door. And Terry Rozier is telling us that there was a losing DNA in the Hornets. This is the guy that supposedly doesn't sleep without winning. He's the fierce competitor that fights his teammates and punches teammates to win. This is the guy that you guys are talking about. Where is this Michael Jordan effect? Shut out the boycott activity. Where is it? I mean, if Terry Rozier is saying this about Michael Jordan, I mean, this is what he's saying about Michael Jordan. He said it's in the DNA. Isn't that Michael Jordan's team? Didn't Michael Jordan have helm over that team for a long time? How come Michael Jordan can't build no team outside of Jerry Krause and Phil Jackson? How come Michael Jordan can't make no Hall of Famer outside of Scottie Pippen? Why y'all can never answer these questions when it comes to Michael Jordan, I don't know. But this is why Friday Night Exposure exists, because I want y'all to come up and explain to me why Michael Jordan is this great playmaker as far as making teammates better. Where did we get this from? And Terry Rozier wasn't even done. He said it here. He said, I think it's no secret that everyone knows the difference between some organizations in the league, how well some people take winning, the culture of things. But this is the top. So he's saying Pat Riley and the way Pat Riley and Spoelstra and them do things is at the top when we're talking about culture of winning, trying to win. Was Michael Jordan really trying to win with the Charlotte Hornets? Or like Michael Jordan fans are going to say what he was doing with the Wizards, he was doing with the Hornets, which was really not trying to win. He was just trying to boost up his revenue by making more income by owning a team and just selling it later to make billions of dollars. They are the worst of the worst, because these are the narratives. All right, that's right. Rasheed Wallace did tick him off. These are the narratives that they like to spew. When this guy tells you his narrative, we're just taking his words out of context. He don't know what he's talking about. But I just want to know if Michael Jordan is such a great competitor to the point to where he makes his team win. He wills his team to win. His killer instincts. Where was it as an executive during the Charlotte Hornet reign? And y'all know I got more. I don't just stop there. See what I'm saying? I don't just stop there with y'all. Y'all know how it is. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani the Exposer. This is Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you can have a one-on-one with me. I'm tired of you cowards always commenting about what we do in GOAT James Kingdom, but are afraid to step up to the plate and talk to me like a man, because you know you're safe in the comments. But like I always tell you, I got more for y'all, because let's really examine what Michael Jordan was doing as the executive of the Charlotte Hornets. Let's really take an examine at this. Let's really look at this. We can see here the team record. We're going to go to the last 10 years. We're not even going to count the shortened season 2012 lockout year. We're going to go to the 2013 to last year. That's 11 NBA seasons Michael Jordan had a chance to do anything. They had 3 winning records during those 11 NBA seasons, the Charlotte Hornets. They only made the playoffs twice and got knocked out of the first round. They were in the play-in 2 years ago, and they didn't make the playoffs. They lost in the play-in. But you can see the records there. This is what y'all call a winning culture that Michael Jordan has, that he can determine his team and will his team to winning. What is this? This is horrible. This man has been completely destroying it. And he had some notable players on his roster. As again, he had Terry Rozier. He has LaMelo Ball. They had Gordon Hayward. He had Caleb Martin. They had Malik Monk. They had Nick Batum. They had Dwight Howard. And I mean Dwight Howard before Dwight Howard got out of his prime. They had Kemba Walker. They had Al Jefferson, Lance Stevenson. This is when Lance Stevenson just left the Pacers, which he was supposed to be that dude. They had Gerald Henderson, who won a steals title during his reign as a Charlotte player. Where is this will for Jordan to turn players into all NBA and all defensive players like he did Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant? Where is the will of Michael Jordan that's turning Tony Kukoc into the 6th man of the year? Where is this killer instinct that is turning any one of these players into Hall of Famers or even All NBA or All Defensive selected players? None of these dudes made the All NBA or All Defensive team while they were on Jordan's team. Well, I think Al Jefferson might have made an All NBA team if I'm correct, while he was a Charlotte Hornet. But where no 50-win teams? Wasn't the East horrible? Why couldn't he win 50 wins in the East that LeBron was taking his team to the finals 8 straight times? A matter of fact, can we say LeBron James was a better GM than Michael Jordan during this era, since LeBron James is responsible for building all of the teams he had during the 2000s and 10s? He's responsible for the Heat roster. He's responsible for the Cavs roster. He's responsible for the Lakers rosters. And within all of that, between these years, LeBron James has won 3 NBA titles on 3 different teams. So that means LeBron James has built 3 separate championship rosters as a GM/player, while Michael Jordan as an owner/GM hasn't built anything. And Michael Jordan has Mitch Kupchak as his GM and to help him. We all know Mitch Kupchak built championships with LA. So where is this brilliance of Michael Jordan as a basketball executive, a basketball eye talent evaluator? Where is this? This is why Jerry Krause paid no attention to him, because this is what the Bulls would have been if Jerry Krause would have listened to Michael Jordan in the early 80s. I mean, in the mid 80s and late 80s. So I'm about to put up the link for y'all so y'all can join me, and y'all can sit here and cry all y'all want to. But at the end of the day, I want y'all to tell me, where is this killer instinct that Michael Jordan had that turned his team into a championship team? He has nothing here from what I can tell. And from what Terry Rozier said, again, Terry Rozier said it was a losing culture. It was in the DNA. It was in the fabric of the whole organization, starting from the top to the bottom. And who's at the top? Michael. Michael Jordan was known for this. He was known for this. This is what Michael Jordan is known for. He is not a great evaluator of talent. Not at all. Not at all. What up, twin man?
What up, bro? Because this is very simple. It's very simple. The only reason why people say and do the things they do is because of the nostalgia of this man, the narrative-driven bullcrap of this man. You've heard for decades now, he made Scotty. He made them. No, he didn't. Jerry Krause did. He could actually evaluate talent. He put those teams together. For all the shit they talk about LeBron James, the GM, guess what? He must be a better one than Michael Jordan, because he was actually able to evaluate talent, get the players he wanted on his team, and they were actually able to do shit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm tired of the gaslighting, bro. I know you didn't see me in the comments going ham, bro.
Bro, I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of it too. You're not the only one.
Gaslighting. I'm tired of the gaslighting. The mystique of this man has always been that mystique. This over the top analysis people put on Michael Jordan is just that, over the damn top. He's not what people say they are. Was he a fantastic player? Absolutely. But to sit here and make it seem like he made players better when he was there, when we saw his team after he left, is insane to me.
But not only that, though, they don't allow us to do it for our players. So let's let them have their nostalgia for Jordan. Let's let them
create. Bro. I can't, because it's a lie.
No, but I'm just saying, let's just let them have it. The problem is that we can't have it. We can't create narratives. I can't create that narrative like I just did right now, that LeBron James during Michael Jordan's tenure as a GM and an exec of the Charlotte Hornets was more successful than Jordan. He acquired more players. He made better trades. He did everything better than Michael Jordan as far as an exec goes, because they tell us LeBron made those teams.
Right.
So why can't I say that? So why can't I say that? Why can't I say that? Because again, they don't allow us to just even praise other players. We can't even praise other players. So it's not even about praising Michael Jordan. It's the fact that they don't let no one else get the praise but Mike. It's like they feel like only Michael Jordan can be talked about in a nostalgia sense.
Because bro, at the end of the day, I blame media. I definitely blame media. I blame the media for that. I blame the NBA. I blame the NBA as a whole for this. They really made it to where you can't say nothing negative about this man, regardless if it's on tape, regardless of what people have said, and regardless of what you see with your own damn eyes. There's always some type of an excuse, but somehow, some way, if LeBron's team stumble in any way, oh, you saw this? Yes, we did. We'll accept that. There's no acceptance when it comes to this man. Look at your screen. That's what he produced as a GM. And somehow, some way, someone's going to come up here and say, oh, this was some type of grandmaster plan to make Jordan, look, in some backhanded way, just look human. No, he had the best GM ever in Jerry Krause. And instead of learning from the best GM you ever was around, you sat here and thought you were smarter than him and better than him. And now we see you and look at you. You exposed for over 10 years straight. Look at those records. Didn't they have Tony Parker at one point?
Yeah, they also got Tony Parker at one point. But that was after his prime, after he left Charlotte. But again, it doesn't matter. You're Jordan. You were supposed to be the guy that went into the gym and told guys to take off my shoes, pointed at your rings and your championships. I mean, you bully all these guys left and right all the time to what means? Where does it get you? What are the results of this?
He build a team.
He can't.
He probably did what these dudes. He probably did what a lot of these dudes did, and that was he saw names. Oh, this name, this is a big name person. I'll bring him here, and they'll just lift my team up. No, bro, that's not how a team works.
No,
because Jordan
doesn't
do that.
No, Jordan doesn't keep nobody around that challenges him. Let me tell you something. Jordan ran a guy out of Washington because he used to beat Jordan in practice and talk shit to Jordan after practice. Jordan literally traded the player away. Instead of saying, okay, this guy's like they say, has his mentality, has his dog in him, Jordan traded the kid away. Jordan is not friends with Charles Barkley because of stuff that Charles Barkley says. Jordan is not somebody that can handle criticism.
He's the yes man. He needs yes people around him. That's why the Charlotte Hornets failed for all those years, because no one can tell him this isn't going to go right. Because regardless of what people want to say, you know what the ultimate problem is with Michael Jordan? He's not a team guy. He's not. He never was. It was always about him. He's not a team guy.
All right, listen, Liddy, the reason Jerry Krause didn't win after Jordan was because Jordan handcuffed the Bulls. I proved this already. Jordan never allowed the Bulls to actually build a decent roster. He always hindered the team. He quit in '93. No one ever says Jordan messed up the first three-peat by quitting and not playing. He messed up the team. Jordan messed up the whole Bulls' chance of having Tracy McGrady, Ron Mercer, all these guys. Like, stop it. Michael Jordan is not the smart GM. He's not smart. He doesn't evaluate talent. He doesn't make no one better. Not all.
Even that, bro. He messed up there probably wouldn't even be a conversation right now about who's the greatest player ever if he doesn't quit in '93. He goes on to win five, even though the argument still be, I don't understand why people are still talking about championships, because you still do have Bill Russell, who went on and ate-peat. Let's not forget about that. But people don't realize if Jordan doesn't quit in '93 and he goes on and he wins 2 more championships, 3 more championships, and just retires after that, and he just ran off 6 straight, maybe there's not a conversation. Maybe. But you did quit, bro. All this shit, I've said it before and I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. All the bullshit people say about LeBron James, Jordan literally embodies. He cried the entire time in the 90s to the referees, to the point they gave him the benefit of doubt. You showed a video of the refs talking about, I believe you, Mike. I believe you. You've shown the videos of all of this, and people still sit here and say Jordan never cried to the refs. They'll sit here and say Jordan had no help. You'll put up the All-NBA, the all-defensive players he played with his entire fucking career, some of the best teammates ever, and they'll still sit here and say Jordan carried those teams. It's insane. There's nothing to pierce the nostalgia narrative-driven bubble of these crackheads. I'm sorry, they're crackheads, bro.
There is. It's called GOAT James Kingdom. It's called Ajani the Exposer. Not only have I been poking holes in all their narratives and myth, I got these dudes riling up and gathering themselves up to come after me. They are cowards. Let me let you finish up your last words so I can let Boycott come up here. And you got any last words about Jordan and his horrible GMing? Any last words?
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. That screen right there doesn't shock me. Jordan was never a good evaluator of talent. He only wanted what he wanted. He never was a team-oriented guy. It was always about him and his damn ego. That's why he failed as an owner. That's why the Hornets are the laughingstock of the NBA because of him. And until someone tells the truth and says those words, you're just making fucking excuses. That's all I
That's
got, bro.
that's Twin Man, y'all. Shout out to Twin Man. Appreciate you, brother, man. Y'all can catch Twin Man on Goat James Kingdom as he goes live with us on Sundays, and obviously you see him live on the Friday night exposure with the exposer. We also got boycott activity here. Shout out to boycott. We're good, brother.
Was good, yo. It's crazy because this was brought up, not this exactly, but something like this was brought up the other day.
Mm-hmm.
When you compare the other goats, and just in retrospect, like you compare some of the other goats and their post playing career, and how good they like. Magic getting LeBron to the Lakers, his push for AD, which eventually led to AD signing, but eventually led to a championship. Larry Bird had a good tenure as a Pacers coach. Bill Russell, as a player coach, won a championship. Isaiah Thomas, if I remember correctly, I think he did have a couple of seasons at least with the Knicks, and it
And the
really
Indiana
shows.
and the Pacers. He wasn't that bad with the Pacers as well, as far as coaching.
And he had with the Pacers as well. And it kind of, man. Listen, I don't want to talk without the Jordans fans coming out to speak, but they never do. So what can we do? But
They're
it kind of speak
cowards. They're cowards. They're
it,
straight cowards.
it it
Uh-huh.
really does seem so, and it speaks to why he lost so much his first 3 years, because he didn't have the brain to win, right? Like he had the ultimate skill, like he was like a master on the court, right? He was,
Mm-hmm.
as far as scoring at least, defensively, he was a master, but he didn't have the intelligence to get his team involved, to build up. Now they do say that he did build up Pippen. It's possible, but the man didn't even really want Phil Jackson. Imagine they would have listened to Michael Jordan and say, "Oh, he doesn't want Phil, so let's get rid of him." Imagine that would have happened. He couldn't even have the foresight to see what Phil was doing to make his ball hogness less a detriment to the team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it brings up to the table to show that, listen, there's an intelligence that's needed to win in this league, not just skill. You see Tracy McGrady, you see the Jerry Stackhouses, you see the guys that really could put the ball in the net, but they weren't really leading teams to championships. Even my man, even Iverson, that's my man. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he put the ball in the basket, and he wasn't really able to win. So it shows there's a brain behind it, and as we can all see, LeBron has it. Tim Duncan had it, Magic had it, Bird had it, and MJ was a hired gun. He was an assassin, but he
Yep.
wasn't. He wouldn't have won without the brain behind it.
Yep. Again, listen, you brought up some great points. Even mediocre guys like Jerry West, that people don't even like to consider to be that great, was a great GM, great coach. Danny Ainge, great coach. I mean, a great GM. Look at Steve Kerr. You know what I mean? All these guys, man,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So it shows that there's just certain people who have a basketball IQ. Michael Jordan never really had a high basketball IQ. He had high basketball talent.
Right. Right.
For when Michael Jordan entered the
But
league, no one was saying, "Damn, Mike is just doing things as far as outsmarting me." They were just saying at the end of the day, "Yo, this guy he's just too quick. He's too fast. We got to stop him before he gets to the air." That was always the thing. So Michael Jordan's brilliance was always based on his playing ability, which we never gonna deny. But this aura and this idea that he created the Chicago Bulls, that he was the reason why they were a winning organization, is a lie. He has never showed any aspect of being a winner outside of being a part of the six great teams that he was a part of. That's it.
yeah, I mean, with the look what he did to damn, what's my man got? Busty Bust. Kwame Brown. You know what I mean? Like Kwame Brown has so many stories about what Jordan did to him to destroy him. You remember they were talking about, like, during the summer league or something like that, practices, like he was destroying everybody on
He
the court.
was.
You
He
know what I mean?
was.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
then he gets to the Wizards, plays with MJ, and the guy just disappears. and it was like Jordan was destroying this man's confidence. You know what I mean? Like, you don't talk crap, talk to the other team. Like, tell the other team, like, yo, destroy their confidence. Don't destroy a guy that probably looked up to you coming into the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
18 year
Jordan
old,
telling me I'm trash. Exactly.
18-year
High
old,
school.
high school. Hold on, wait, Liddy, you asked what did Jordan do right? I'm sorry, not Liddy. Adrian, you asked was there anything Michael Jordan did right? Y'all tell us. You guys are the Jordan fan. You guys are the one who make up narratives. Tell me something. What has he done right as an executive? He was an executive in Washington. He was an executive in Charlotte. What did Michael Jordan do great? What were his great moves? What was his great accomplishments as an executive of those teams? He got voted off of Washington. The team told the owner that, yo, man, we don't want this guy. Not only do we don't want to play with him, because of what, like you said, how he was treating players in the locker room and how he was as a teammate. We don't want this guy to be the GM, because if he's treating us like this as his teammate, I can only imagine what's going to happen as our boss. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, but these dudes are they're just like I said, man. It's not to talk bad about Michael Jordan, but it's just that we have to start bringing light to why the conversation about basketball is so hard. Because again, if I have to sit here and listen to people tell me LeBron James built championship teams as a player, then you need to tell me why Jordan couldn't build championship teams as an exec, with all the powers and reins as he has as an exec. Let's talk about that. Since you want to talk about LeBron James, I'm going to accept LeBron James legitimately built championship teams. He did it. He built championship teams. He was the one that got all those players. We're going to do that tonight. Now you come on my show and tell me why Michael Jordan couldn't do the same as an exec and owner of an actual basketball franchise during the same span that LeBron was doing it. Tell me. But they can't. You got any last words, Boycott?
Yeah, I was going to compare Kwame Brown to what nobody gives LeBron credit for this. Look what LeBron did for Dwight Howard. Like, Dwight Howard was like flaming out when soon as he got around. No offense to guy rested dead. Soon as he got around Kobe, and Kobe, was a freaking copy of Jordan, so he thought he could do the same thing Jordan did. He started trashing Dwight Howard and all that stuff like that. Dwight
Mm-hmm.
Howard was flaming out. He comes back to the Lakers. My man is a key figure in beating the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Even my man Joker was talking about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, like they had two big men on me, three big men on me. I couldn't get off. This is what LeBron did, because you watch LeBron's games, and I wish I ain't got all the time, but I was going to talk about yesterday's game. LeBron
Mm-hmm.
tries to give his teammates space, let them play the offense without him. I think he even sits on purpose sometimes to let his team learn how to play without him and develop their own identities. You know what I'm saying? And Dwight Howard came back. I'm not saying he was a superstar, but he returned to form late in his career. And now
Mm-hmm.
they could use him again, to be honest with you. So this is the effect that we see LeBron. I'm not sure if he's going to have a coaching career after this, or own a team or whatever. But this is the type of effect that he has compared to what Jordan has. I would bet if LeBron went to a team, owned it, maybe coached it, that he would get something out of these players that no one else, a lot of people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm really saying on that.
I got you, brother. I got you, brother. Y'all shout out. Y'all give a shout out to Boycott Activity. Check out his platform, as he supports the GOAT James Kingdom platform as well. Appreciate you, brother, man. Listen, man, keep letting these Jordan fans know, and just keep being a basketball fan. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to be basketball fans, and we could talk about Jordan.
Absolutely.
We could talk about Jordan just like they talk about everybody else that fails. So,
Hey, hey,
appreciate you,
Jordan's in
brother.
my top five players, favorite players. So it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So peace, John.
All right, peace, brother. Yeah, man. Like I said, man. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to make no hatred for Michael Jordan, man. The guy. Listen, the guy's a good basketball player. He's great. He's in my top five. I'm about to knock him to number 4. Now let me stop fucking with y'all. Let me stop fucking with y'all. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. I see y'all here, and I see Twin Man wants to speak right quick. Twin Man, what you got for me, Twin Man? What you got?
The dude in the chat just said it. He's such a failure. He's a billionaire 3 times over. What that got to do with his acumen of being a good GM as a basketball, as a good GM for basketball operations, evaluating talent, building a team. So basically, you're sitting here saying because he made money off of this, it's a success. No. When you're a GM, when you're an executive of a team, you know what makes you want to know what success looks like. Even if you don't make the playoffs, having winning seasons. That's what it looks like as a GM. Yeah, we might not have made it, but at least we had a great season. He was only able to get that team to the playoffs 2 damn years. But that dude in the comment section wants to call that a success. He's successful because he made money. So by your logic, LeBron is the ultimate success as an NBA player because he's a billionaire right now, jackass. What's wrong with you? Again, man. Why can't people tell the truth? He sucked as an owner. It's not hard to admit it.
What's it called? Admitted it right here. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me because I haven't had mic troubles these past few weeks, but I think Adrian.
Right, he's a billionaire 3 times over. He failed as a GM. He couldn't get talent to the team, and when he did get talent to the team, they still failed.
I don't care. Michael Jordan was forced to sell his team. He didn't want to sell the team. He had no choice because he made a bad business deal, and he had no choice but to sell his stake as a majority owner of the Hornets. So that's also another failure because he did not buy the Hornets to sell it 10 years later. He bought them to keep it as a lifetime thing. That's what you keep a team for. It's an NBA team. Why would you want to lose it? If it made that much money in 10 years, imagine in 20 years. Imagine in 30 years. Imagine when he's handing it down to his estate as a Jordan estate. Like, at the end of the day, Jordan is not, again, y'all could appreciate Michael Jordan for what he is, but then leave us alone. Don't come over here bothering me. Don't come asking me why I think LeBron is better than him, why LeBron's greater than him in every aspect of basketball. Because I'm no longer going to use stats and accolades with you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start saying all the narratives that fit right. And then y'all going to tell me those are all narrative based. And I'm going to say you can't prove me wrong. You can't.
Right.
So let me...
Every last thing they say about this dude, bro, is a narrative, nostalgia-based bullshit argument. And it's sickening at this point. The extreme gaslighting of these fans. And honestly, I think the only one that takes the cake more is Kobe fans at this point, because now it's ridiculous. It's extreme.
Stephen Curry fans are next. Those are the next ones.
No. You can actually have a sensible conversation with the Curry fan. They're not as delusional. Nobody gets more delusional than the Kobe fan.
Yeah, man.
I thought Jordan fans was the worst. Kobe fans are absolutely the worst.
Let me get somebody who's not a Jordan fan explain Jordan fans since he knows Jordan fans best. Let me let you go, brother. Appreciate
all right, peace, bro. I'm just sorry. That dude pissed me off in chat.
Mr. Rex, Politicus, what's going on, my friend? How we doing today, sir?
Hey, how are you doing? Been listening from the beginning.
I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel and giving me a watch for tonight and enjoying the Friday night exposure on a Friday night. Thank you, sir. How you doing?
Well, it's what I've been saying forever. You know, like when they say that, you know, like he taught Pippen, it's like, no, I think Pippen's father, 12 older siblings, high school, college, and pro coaches taught Pippen. It's like, you know, Jordan didn't meet him until he was already their number 1 draft pick. So at that point, you're kind of already on the path.
Exactly. And mind you, we could easily say it was Scotty that showed Jordan how to be a defensive player, because Jordan really wasn't that great on defense until Scotty showed up. So we could say Scotty in practice gave Jordan some pointers on how to guard people.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, what actually helped Jordan improve defensively was when he came back from the foot injury and in practice was guarding the Iceman.
That's also another helpful tool, right? Having George Gervin, a veteran on your side, showing you some things. Yeah.
Well, not showing him. They weren't friends. I've talked to George a few times, interviewed him a couple times. And one thing when asked him about Jordan was in that year about why they didn't, you know, kind of have like a tandem thing going, because George could play small forward and Jordan also could play small forward. Why weren't both of them on the court at the same time more often? And why didn't they work together more? Was it a coaching thing? And he shrugged and he just sort of stared up at the lights and went, you know, back then Mike was about Mike.
Mm.
That now, you know, that was the last stop on George's career, so it could be sour grapes. You could make that argument, but that was the you know, he said they would go at it in practice, and you know, he's the Iceman, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure. Yeah, Jordan was not stopping George Gervin at all in practice or anything. But that's great information. I appreciate you bringing that up here, because again, we know Michael Jordan to be a great player, but we know at that time the Bulls were a young team. They were trying to build around Michael Jordan. They did bring in George Gervin as a veteran presence to help Michael Jordan. That's what he was brought there for. And maybe it wasn't successful. Maybe, you know, they changed coaches. I believe the next year they went to Doug Collins as the coach and got rid of the guy who was the coach that year. So yeah, you know, you know, again, these are the things that, again, we're just trying to explain to people that the narratives and the myths around Michael Jordan could be just that. But once they get exposed, because the problem is that they don't allow no one else to have these myths. We can't create myths for LeBron James. We can't create myths for outside of Michael Jordan. And even when you try to do it for Kobe and Stephen Curry, they get upset. They jump in. They're quick to jump in and insert all of their Michael Jordan myths and narratives at you. And it's really annoying by now, because it's like, come on, guys, like this is like we're past the, because not even kids believe it anymore. It was one thing when we were believing it 30 years ago, but even today the kids don't believe it. The kids today don't believe the Michael Jordan stories. They look at Michael Jordan like he's just Michael Jordan. They know more of his shoes and his brand than they do of him.
Yeah. Well, they know the commercial highlights. Like, I remember asking a kid once, how many buzzer beaters did Michael Jordan have in the playoffs? And he would say, I don't know, it had to be at least 10, maybe 20. It was 3.
It's 3?
It's 3.
It's 3. You're right. You're correct.
But in the commercials, they show the same 3 over and over and over again from different camera angles, and to give you this impression that he's just doing it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's media.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan has the most buzzer beaters of all time if you combine the playoffs and regular season together. But in the playoffs, he doesn't have it, and if you just do the regular season alone, he doesn't have it. So, again, these are the things that they'll tell you, oh, you're just making up things. But these are facts. And these are not to just knock Michael Jordan, but what happens to them is that this put Michael Jordan in a normal playing field with everybody else, and to them, that's disrespect. We cannot talk about Michael Jordan unless we're talking about him separate from the basketball pantheon of basketball. Like, we just have to separate him from everything. We have to make him a god. And he's not that. He's just Michael Jordan. He was great for his time and space.
Yep. Well, there was a couple comments, like Lydia is saying, how many buzzer beaters LeBron got in the finals? Well, how many does Jordan have? Because I believe it's 0.
If I'm correct, I believe it's 0-2 in the playoffs. I believe the 3 he has in the playoffs is one's against Cleveland. Well, you know what? He does have one in the finals. He has one against Utah, if I'm correct. The game 2, if I'm correct, in 97 or 98.
Did he have one? Was that a 3-pointer?
No, it was a 2-point shot. That was
2-pointer?
one. Yeah, that was the one he hit on Hornets instead of thing. I think that was a 97 game 2, if I'm correct, or game 1. He hit a game-winning shot, buzzer beater, to end the game.
Okay.
That's when he put his fist up like that. But again, it doesn't matter. What the buzzer beater doesn't make you a better player. They make it.
Yeah, no. Well, that's something I always thought was funny. If you notice, they never have on any of these lists Sam Jones, but Sam Jones had 9 game winners, and he had the series clinching shot in every playoff series for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with this is that those shots are not counted unless it was the last shot of the game. Basically, when they say buzzer beater, meaning that when the shot goes in, there was 0 time left on the clock.
Yeah, like Jordan shot it against Utah and Byron Russell in '98. That wasn't a buzzer beater. That was the game winner, the championship winner, but it wasn't.
Yeah. The one that he hit again, the last one, because there was still time left on the clock. So
Stockton took a shot that hit the rim after.
Yeah. Something
But
like Derek Fisher's .4 shot, that's considered a buzzer beater. He hit it in time left.
yeah,
That's it. Game over. Everybody get off the court. Allen Houston hit that shot against Miami. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm naming it. The famous Allen Houston shot when it bounced off. That one. Kawhi Leonard's another one. Buzzer beater.
well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are counted and we can count. But you're right about Sam Jones. Sam Jones hit a lot of clutch shots, but that's what people don't understand. That's your job as the scorer. They draw up the plays for you to take the last shot. It doesn't mean you're the best player ever. It just means that's what you are for your team. So, I like I said, man, these guys again. There's a lot about Michael Jordan's greatness that we don't have to create myths to make him great. So, but I just like to expose him just to expose him. So.
Now, one thing I did find interesting is they're mentioning Kubchak.
Yeah, he's the GM. I believe of the Hornets the last year or two. If I'm correct.
Yeah, since 2018. So was he actually behind the moves in LA, or was that really just West, even though West no longer had the title?
That's true too. That could be true too. But again, it's an organization. We all know Michael Jordan does not believe organizations win championships. He believes players does. So that's probably why they're not a good organization. Jordan. That's it.
Well, there's an article here that was written here in North Carolina. For those who don't know, I live in Jordan's hometown. But there was an article written here about how the problem is he keeps hiring friends and family in key positions in the organization.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
And that's not how you win.
Exactly. You hire the best qualified people for the job, and you let them do their jobs on top of that. That's why Jerry Reinsdorf was the best.
Oh, and someone also asked why didn't Krause win any championships after Jordan retired? Well, Krause retired the same year as Jordan, so makes it kind of hard.
And they can't say nothing because Jordan has none without Krause, man. All right, well, Rex, man, I appreciate you coming up, man.
Yep.
You always bring up jewels.
Catch
man.
you later.
You are great, man. Appreciate you. That is Politicus Rex. You guys can catch him. He has a YouTube channel. He's also on Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best page with the rest of the gentlemen, which they go live every Sunday noon, like us. I don't know why they want to do that, but anyways, we are going to move on to our next guy. We have our buddy here. Yeah, Mr. Bill Manning. Mr. Bill Manning. Can you hear me, Bill? You got to put yourself off mute. You're muted yourself. There's something you got yourself muted. You're mute. You're muted.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? I can hear you.
Little better.
I can hear you. So I don't know. I don't know if it's your tech. You guys let us know if you can hear me well, but I can hear you, man. Again, y'all, this is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm Ajani the Exposer. This is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. You guys know I go live every Friday night to expose the truth about basketball. And recently, Terry Rozier explained how Michael Jordan built a DNA culture of losing in the Charlotte Hornet organization. You guys know how we do it here in GOAT James Kingdom. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel, as we will continue to drop content for you guys left and right. Chad, are you hearing me there? Did you just hear all of that?
Yeah, I heard a lot of it.
You heard a lot of it. So go ahead and speak while you got a chance, because you said you got something to say. We're talking Michael Jordan and a failure as an executive and how he can't make another Scottie Pippen.
Well, I mean, if to be unbiased, you got to look. When was Jordan successful? He was successful when he had a good sidekick, a good team, a great coach, a great GM, a great owner. He had all of that, and that's when he's successful. But he gave us a body of work before he had that and after he had that. He gave us a body of work to show when he has had complete control and what he has done. Before he had control in Chicago, what were they doing? They was having losing seasons, going out in the first round. When they started getting stability and good teammates, they started winning. Not to take nothing away from him, because they weren't going to win without Jordan either. But whenever you give him free range, he is a self-centered person on the court and off the court. He is a self-centered person, and being a self-centered person, you cannot be successful. You're never going to be successful. You can look at when he was with the Wizards. His role to get to become the Wizards owner and has to say in there was to see what he would do when he played with the Lakers. He got rid of all of the young, good talent and solid players that the organization wanted to build around and progress with. He got rid of them and brought in a bunch of players that he thought that could help him out defensive wise and let him take his shot. Yeah, he got injured, but that's irrelevant to the situation because when LeBron James missed the playoffs in 2019, he got injured, but he played 53 games, so he gets no excuse, he gets no pass. The way he treated the players as a player, the Wizards parted ways with him. That's with him picking the players he wanted. He wanted Kwame Brown. Everybody talks shit about Kwame Brown. He wanted Kwame Brown.
Well, supposedly, they were supposed to acquire Kwame Brown to trade him for Elton Brand, which was a Jerry Krause pick.
Exactly. Now,
So,
let's move forward. Look, I don't really know how much he actually did with the Charlotte Hornets as far as, making picks and how he interacted with players. I don't know much about there. But if he had any hand in it at all, that's probably why it crashed. Now, his NASCAR team that he's got, he is partners with Denny Hamlin, that is a really good NASCAR driver and has been in the sport for almost 20 years, and he knows how it works. He's partnered up with Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin has put people in place to make this work, and he is just set behind the scenes, and they're successful. The moment that man starts to try to take over that team and do that, they won't be successful. The only way that he is successful with his selfish ways is to have people that will put up with his selfish ways that can keep him in check. And that's the bottom line. They know Jordan hate, that's just the facts. It's there. It's there. Whether you want to see it or not, it's there.
Yeah, they don't want to accept it, man. And that's why Friday Night Exposure exists. Because these are the only places where you can talk this type of conversation and watch Jordan fans run and hide. Like, I'm literally like a bully to those guys. They are afraid of me. I mean, legitimately afraid of me. I can't believe it's been 2 years and none of them dudes have yet to bring me on a platform and embarrass me about talking basketball and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, so, I'm not going to name no names, but I don't know. He won't tell me what you did, but he's pretty upset at you. He's pretty upset with you.
Which one? The one that runs the admin?
I'm not going to say no names because I'm a mutual friend.
No, you don't have to say no names, but is it somebody that's an admin of a Facebook group?
I don't think he's an admin, but he is a part of Goat James Kingdom and NBA Goat Talk.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care about them fools. They can come here and handle their grievances like men. If they really got a problem with me.
I said that. His answer back was, why would he waste his time going and talking to somebody that's just purely a hater that is not gonna change nothing, basically is what he's saying. And I mean, he is right to an extent. It's not gonna change how y'all feel about each other. You know?
No. It will change a lot. It will expose them. See, that's what I'm saying. You could pretend. Listen, words have power, my friend. You know this. Words have power. That's why they want to stick to the internet. That's where their power, that's where their words have powers. Where they can write comments. If you don't have time, typing takes way much more time than stepping up here for 5-10 minutes of your day. You sit here typing me for 2 years.
That's the thing. That's the thing, too.
I don't have time for cowards. That's a coward. I'm a grown man. I create content. Don't get mad because my content is better than your content. They don't have content. They don't grow nothing. They have nothing to talk about. They're mad at me because I'm posting about LeBron James.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because they actually got the same amount of followers as what is that? What is? And I don't even want to say their name.
Michael Jordan
fans are the best. Yeah. And look, and the sad part is they don't do like what you and he's doing. They don't have no show to come on and do that, and that they keeping up with them. They keeping up with them.
They don't even create. Again, they don't even create graphs of their own. All they do is
they don't. But still,
they create a page.
I'm jabbing at Michael Jordan fans.
No. Listen, they create a page so that they can talk about LeBron James. Because if that's the case, why is that page not called GOAT Jordan page? Because no one wants to sit around here and talk about Michael Jordan's
It's called GOAT NBA page. And
so then why they're mad that I posted it? Why are they mad at me for?
Johnny, listen to me. These guys, they attacked me a lot when I went on their page. You know they do. But we've had conversations in private, man, and man, they're actually pretty good guys, man. That when you talk to them privately, they talk, they show that they have basketball knowledge. But when you're on Facebook and you're in the comments, man, everybody's in there just fucking straight trolling, dude. You know.
Okay, that's fine. Then let me troll.
You know, you gotta reach out to.
So let the exposer be the exposer. I don't need to reach out to them. They want.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like everybody in general.
No, forget them. They're punks. That's you listen. Whatever personal relationship you have with them or conversation you have with them, that's between you and them. They punks. Because if you're sitting on the internet all day trying to bully people who just want to appreciate LeBron James as a basketball player, then you're going to get called out by the exposer. You're going to get exposed by the exposer for being there.
I know what you're saying, Johnny. I know what you're saying.
They need to
I know what you're saying.
Basketball and leave it alone because it's fine for Jordan to be their GOAT and still appreciate LeBron James and everything LeBron James is doing. But they spend their lifetime.
I know what you're saying.
Discrediting LeBron James fans, and guess who is the LeBron James fans leader?
I know what you're saying. What I'm saying to Johnny is, I'm not directing this solely to you. I'm talking about generally speaking, to how we can have better conversations online about this. Is what I'm saying is because like whenever all these dudes that's commenting and hating and doing all this stuff, man, I've talked to privately, man, and we have a mutual respect for each other whenever. Nobody else is in the room looking. You know what I'm saying? We ain't clowning. We're actually talking basketball.
Exactly.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better content.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They won't show up to even do that because that will show. Again, Travis was one of those guys. He used to troll me all the time. But when he realized coming up here that we know how to talk basketball, then he realized it's something different. But they don't want to do that because, like I said, it does change. It does affect how they think. It does affect them. It hurts them. We make them reevaluate their GOAT conversation. That's their problem. They hate it. They want
the thing about communication. The thing about communication is it's 80% physical. You know, when you're reading words on a page, you're only interpreting it by what you're reading. But when you hear the tone of somebody's voice, you see their facial expression, you see their body language, you can tell right then and there on what they're talking about, where they're coming from, with an 80% success rate versus just reading words on a screen.
And not only that, I don't get your
notifications. And that's what I try to tell old buddy.
I don't get your notifications. I'm not sitting on my phone all day waiting for Facebook to show me your comment. Like, I don't care what you have to write on Facebook, bro. Like, I have a life as well. That's what I'm trying. They think, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're cowards. I really don't have time for them. That's why they like you, because you control them all day long, and we love you for doing it because you're a part of our platform. You know, we reached 75,000, and it's a part of people like you that help us get there. You're a top contributor. So thank you, sir. We appreciate you. But these guys are cowards, man. All of them. And they really were real men. They would step up to the platform and talk basketball. Until they could do that, for me, in my eyes, what I see is a bunch of trolls who don't watch basketball, who don't know nothing about basketball. But
I agree with you on that. And that's what I say to them, man. That's what I say to them. But what I'm saying is, old buddy that we were talking about earlier, I told him come on there because you are different whenever you're face to face than you are just typing on there.
Yeah,
But
they don't want they
that's
don't
what
want
I
to
try
see
to
it.
tell them. That they're scared to come on there because they feel like that they're going to be bombarded by a bunch of LeBron James fans. And I
Where?
try to
I'm right
tell them,
here. It's me.
I
Solo.
try to, so yeah. But like the
Solo.
Sunday show, man, there's only two LeBron fans on that page. We're on that show. That's you and Brandon, and then you got Travis and Craig and Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, King John is a LeBron fan, and then when you had me come on there, I mean, yeah, I support LeBron over Michael Jordan, but I'm a Bill Russell guy.
Yeah.
So it's not one sided.
I got you're
Like
right. You're right. And that's what. But again, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're changing the platform. I'm gonna let somebody else come up. You got any last words there, Chad?
nah, we're good, man.
I appreciate you, man. That's Bill Manning. You would catch Bill Manning on our Facebook group, and like he said, he trolls with the best of them. He does it well. Again, y'all, we are changing the narrative. I've heard it. I've seen it. People are running around worrying about what GOAT James Kingdom brings up. This is why Brandon and I decided to start the show, was because we wanted to talk about basketball differently. So we're changing how people are talking about basketball. Maybe not in the Facebook comments, in the comment threads. Like I said, y'all are safe in the comment threads because y'all can say whatever y'all want. Nobody reads that shit. Nobody reads your shit. What up, King Money Fly? What's good, brother?
What's going on, man? Happy Friday, man.
Yeah,
Just here to
appreciate you,
catch
man.
you,
Yeah, man.
catch the
Friday night
vibes,
exposure,
man.
man. Listen, we are talking Michael Jordan failures. All right. He was. You see what Rozier said here about Michael Jordan's Charlotte Hornet organization? That it was in the DNA. Losing was in their DNA. They used to lose like it was nothing. Like they expected to lose. That's Michael Jordan. That's the culture Michael Jordan built. That's what we're talking about today. But supposedly Michael Jordan made Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan made the Bulls dynasty. He
Right.
made Phil Jackson. He made Jerry Krause.
I mean, but how I feel about it, almost somewhat what Buddy was just saying, like, even like when he was talking about the Wizard days, I had just got into it with somebody the other day about that. I was telling him how he ran off real and stuff like that. And guys was like, oh, he was going off.
You there? What happened to you, King Fly? I lost you. Looks like we lost King Fly. What's good? King Fly, you still there? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me put you to the background right now. But this is what we're talking, y'all, tonight, man. It is Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Y'all know what I do here, man. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber to the channel. Y'all share this content, man. Let them know, them GOAT James haters, that there's GOAT James Kingdom out here. There's a group of guys that are making LeBron James look better than Michael Jordan on a day-to-day basis. Exactly. Ain't no friends in this shit. Tell them, Bang. Ain't no friends in this shit. These motherfuckers love to talk slick. When you want to talk slick in the comments, come up here and talk slick like a man to me. But that's the thing. That's the thing. They can't do that. They can't come on my platform and speak to me the way they try to speak to me in the comments. And then they want to say that they cooked me in the comments by the way they were talking to me in the comments. Well, be a man and come talk to me like that and on the show. And watch how I embarrass you. That's when you know you're going to get embarrassed. Or you're going to sit there and talk basketball and realize LeBron James is really the GOAT. Either way, it's a win-win scenario for the exposer. That's why y'all can't handle me. I'm actually about to debate somebody on FYF Sports Debate tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow. Shout out to Lamont FYF Sports Debate. Shout out to Bang, A Weezy Bang Sports and the Entertainment. As y'all know, he goes live every motherfucking day about LeBron James and his greatness. He tells y'all, forget y'all Laker fans. He wants LeBron traded because they don't appreciate LeBron's greatness. None of y'all want to appreciate LeBron James's greatness. Y'all don't care to talk about how great LeBron James is. That's why GOAT James Kingdom exists. We're the only platform that could talk about LeBron James the way we do and handle all of the haters and detractors and all the trolls that come with it. Because I can see a LeBron fan just being frustrated, man, just sitting at home just trying to watch a game and every day somebody's telling you some nonsense. Let me see if King Fly ready. King Fly, are you available, brother?
Yeah, my bad, man. My signal had faded because I had walked through the crib, but I had to turn off the Wi-Fi. But yeah, man, like I was saying, like, people be overrating him, especially like when he played for the Wizards. And it's like, bro, he was just still so selfish. That's why he traded Rip Hammond. And people like, well, he traded Rip to try to get Jerry Stackhouse to make a playoff push. But Rip and Jerry was averaging the same points. And when Rip left, he ended up getting the ring. And it was like, I tell people, he stunting people growth. Like, and people don't see it that way. They just seeing him as he been dominant and stuff like that. But I just feel like he was studying players' growth, and he made them role players and bench players. He didn't want nobody to shine. So when people be having this notion, like if Jordan played with Anthony Davis or Dwayne Wade, he would go. I don't think they would be successful because the way how he set up and the way he played, I don't think them guys would flourish with him. Yeah, they would have flourish things, but I don't think they would flourish with him because he's not allowing them to grow on offense. All he wants you to do is do certain things. Oh, I want you to rebound. I want you to play D. I want like LeBron don't say that about. I don't feel like LeBron said it about people. Yeah, he has certain players he wants them to do certain things, but he allowed them to flourish. You understand what I'm saying? Like people are like, well, Jordan never had nobody to have 30 points with him because he wasn't allowing them to do that.
Exactly.
LeBron don't mind his players getting shine. He doesn't mind that. He wants you to do that so you can be better, be a better player, a basketball player. And I just think Jordan was just he had people to do things he didn't really want to do, and he wants you to stay like that. He didn't want you to grow on offense. So, like, I don't be understanding this notion, like I said, when people were like, if he had Anthony Davis or Dwayne Wade and all these such and such players, I don't think he would be just as successful. I think he would probably have some success, but I don't think he would be just as successful as LeBron. You know what I mean? Because he's just a definition of a real basketball player to me. He's a true definition of a basketball player. In my eyes, if they had a dictionary, a definition of a basketball player, put that dude face on it because he describes that as a ball player. He's going to let you shine, let you grow. He's going to coach you and help you on the court. Not saying Jordan wasn't helping people, but he was helping him to make him be better. He wasn't helping you to become better. He helping you to make him be better and to outshine you of whatever you're doing. So that's how I kind of feel about it.
This is the help Jordan was giving the hold on, let me mute you right quick. This the help that Jordan was giving the Hornets here. Shout out to Travis, man. Appreciate you, Travis, man. So yeah, again, just to give y'all a heads up, Travis is one of those guys who used to troll us all the time on Facebook, and then he realized, like I said, coming on GOAT James Kingdom, that we know how to talk basketball, and as you can see, he's a staple of our GOAT James Kingdom show as an MJ delegate. Shout out to him as he's been getting killed over his criteria and list this week, so that's kind of funny. Though. Shout out to you, Travis, man. Appreciate you, man. But King Fly, you said everything right, man. LeBron James proves to be better than Jordan in so many aspects, not only playing but as GMing, because they allow him to be the GM. Because Adrian right here is saying no one said Michael Jordan said he was perfect, but you guys don't check the people who say Michael Jordan is perfect. A lot of people tell me, why do I let LeBron James fans troll? Because you guys let Jordan fans troll. So when you tell your Jordan fans to put down their troll bullets, I'll tell my LeBron fans to put down their trolling bullets. But it's because you guys have created this aura, and now that we've jumped on the gravy train and used it for LeBron James, it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? Here we go. Here, look. The exposer still amuses us with his takes, no limits to his delusion. Again, cowards. They do not want to step up to the plate. King Fly, you got any last words, brother, before I get up out of here?
Nah, man, all I want to say, man, keep doing your thing, man. I'm a big supporter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, every time I come here, I love what you guys doing, man. We need more people like you guys to support the case, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm going to keep supporting y'all every time I get a chance, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. That is King Money Fly. You guys know where you can catch him. He's on YouTube. He's a supporter of the channel. I've seen him other places. Shout out to him. Peace to A Sturdy in the building. Who got 25,000 points? Westbrook? Yes, Westbrook is a G. I keep telling people about Westbrook's career. When Westbrook retires, he's probably going to be a top 5 point guard on my list, but we'll wait and see what happens because he's definitely a baller. Shout out to King John. Yes, this is a safe space for LeBron fans to talk basketball and for people to talk basketball in general. Because I know there's a lot of people who are not LeBron fans, who are not Jordan fans, who want to just talk basketball normally, who just want to be able to listen to Rasheed Wallace give his take that Michael Jordan wasn't a good defender without feeling like it's a personal attack on somebody. And that's the problem with Jordan fans, man. And they make it hard for us to talk basketball, but GOAT James Kingdom makes it easy for us to talk basketball. Don't start with me, Sturdy. Don't start with me, Sturdy. You sending shots from the comment section, Sturdy. That's not right. John Stockton is not only a top 5 point guard, he's actually third. It's only Magic, Oscar, Dennis Stockton. Nobody has passed them yet. And to get past anybody, you got to pass Jason Kidd or Chris Paul. That's it. And Stephen Curry's not in that category. Stephen Curry's not in that category. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great Friday night exposure with the Exposer. Y'all know I do this every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I just do this because, again, I like to talk basketball, man. I like to talk about it. And I like to talk about Chris Paul. Chris Paul is the GOAT. Chris Paul is in Travis's top 10 greatest players of all time. Stockton over Jerry West. When? Yeah, Jerry West. Jerry West is a shooting guard. I don't even consider Jerry West to be a point guard. But if he is a point guard, then yes, Jerry West would be ahead of Stockton. He would actually be ahead of Oscar as well. He would be the second greatest point guard of all time if we're just going by them having the position. But I don't do that. I go by their actual skill and what they actually did on the court. Even though Jerry West was a point guard for a majority of his career, he just doesn't seem... I guess he was the first scoring point guard because he was drafted... I know him and Oscar got drafted the same year too as well. Wow, that's something great about the 60s. Shout out to those who know basketball in the 60s. You're right. He was a point guard for 11 years. You are correct, sir. You are correct. Sturdy is the number one debater on FYF Sports Debates, and I will be debating Larry Bird versus Dr. J. Somebody wanted to debate that with me because I have Dr. J ahead of Larry Bird on my top 10 list. So that should be happening tomorrow afternoon if I'm correct. Sturdy, you let me know. Is that tomorrow afternoon? He led the league in assists only once. No, it was multiple years? No, he did win a championship and lead the league in assists. Maybe twice. I think he won it twice. You may be correct. You may be correct. Appreciate you. Yes, this Sunday we'll be back live Sunday noon. You guys know how we do it. We'll go live Sunday noon. You guys can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right here on YouTube. We're also on Twitter. We just opened up a Discord account, so we're also on Discord. We are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani the Exposer. This is Friday Night Exposer with the Exposer, and I go live every Friday night with y'all. So thank you again for you guys joining me, and thank you for being a part of our platform because we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. So thank you so much again. And again, y'all, what we're going to do is, before we get up out of here, what we have to do is, we have to let everybody know about our GOAT James Kingdom platform. You guys know how we do it here. So like I said, every Friday night we go live. And every Sunday as well, we have our platform and we do a show every Sunday. So you guys know where you guys can catch us as we go live every Sunday, noon Eastern time, to talk about the GOAT conversation and to talk about the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. All right? And you know, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We do it like none other. You guys know how it is here. This is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. You guys have a great Friday night.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.